phone.
use it. I just rolled it and was like, oh, this thing slaps.
No.
Evening.
Now I
And
can
welcome.
hear us.
I was waiting for them to shush. Yeah, they did not want to shush.
They do not know how to shush
They
sometimes.
do not know
Just
how
like
to
us.
shush.
We can shush? I don't think we can shush.
Oh, it's doing it again. Hang on. I remember how to fix this.
Nice.
Nice to get that out of the way.
Absolutely. Right, where are you?
I
Where
have
is
my
who?
pot of tea.
Heebie-jeebies.
I'm having,
Iris.
I'm dying
Mug.
a death. So
Yes,
I will be very quiet today.
You are welcome to voice, hardy har, your
Displeasure.
opinions and shit in the chat instead. To save on your not so great sounding voice at the moment.
He sounds amazing. What are you talking about?
He
So
sounds like
dead.
he sounds like he's dead.
No, it
sounds
was quite
amazing.
amusing. It was quite amusing because I felt crap on like Wednesday, Thursday, and then on Friday, like throughout the workday on Friday, I was like, something's off. I don't know why. Like I've had a sore throat the past few days. Completely forgot I was actually ill, and then got to Aries and was like helping out with the kids and whatever. And all of a sudden, I just kind of stopped and looked at her, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, I feel awful. Like the room is spinning and everything hurts, and I don't know why. And she's like, "You're sick, you know?"
No,
And I'm
no, no,
like,
no, 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 no. You give me far
"No."
too much credit there. You turned round to me in my kitchen and went, "Babe, I've just realised why I feel weird. I'm ill." And I was like, "Yes, dear. You have been all week." "No, no, no. I'm ill now." And I was like, "Yes, dear. You have been all week." And you were like, "Yes, but I'm properly ill now." I was like, "Okay, right, okay. You're properly ill now."
It was just, I think the thing that made you laugh was that, no, I forgot I was ill. Like, I genuinely, I don't know if it was just because I'd been focusing at work or whatnot, but I was like, oh no, I genuinely forgot that I was ill. And I think I've carried on and my body's just not registered that I've been sick. And then now that the work week is over, I've like stopped for 2 minutes and suddenly it's gone, hi, I'm still here. Did you forget about me? It's like, oh fuck. So I ended up sleeping on the sofa Friday night because I was like up and down the stairs coughing my lungs up. I was just like, fuck it, I'm waking Ari up at this point. It's gonna be easier to just sleep on the sofa.
Where you at?
There are many children in the background.
They
There
can
are some children in the background, yes.
fuck all the way off and then fuck off a little bit more.
Put them in the bin. So while kitten is here, I am.
Hello.
Anytime I hear that, all I hear is the fucking All Might. Like, I am here, and I can't unhear it now. But now I've imagined a cat in an All Might costume doing it. That's even better.
You have to be extra nice to Kitten. She's my bestie. I've adopted her.
Do we have a cat now?
He needed an
No, 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 no,
extrovert
no, no, no,
bestie.
no, no, no. Answer the question. Do we? Answer the question. Do we own a cat now?
You
We
already
own
owned a cat.
I was about to say we own a gifted kitten. That's even better.
We were gifted a kitten. Oh no,
No.
we own a gifted kitten. Right. Okay. What is your special gift? In what way are you gifted, kitten?
think it's in adorability.
Mm-hmm.
Adorability?
They're a door.
But
They're a
they are not-
mimic.
Mimic. Kitten's like, I don't know if I want to be the center of attention here right now.
Yeah, thanks, bye.
I'm not here. I
He's so
give.
damn extra.
Definitely a mimic. I think you're a mimic.
Mhm.
Oh.
He's so damn extra. Why are you being extra? What's this? Oh. Oh, good. You're coming useful. Hello.
Or should we just use the shadow's voice for the gifted kitten?
Hmm.
Also, I've been thinking a
Careful.
very difficult pastime. Because my brain can't remember much at the moment. How many squads is there in a wing under a wing leader? And how many people are
so
there
I
in
can
any
I can
squad?
do this. This is what I've spent the last 2 days on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You have a wing leader. Below the
Yes.
wing leader, there are 3 sections, each with a section leader. And then
Mhm.
in each of those sections, there are 4 squads with a squad leader on each.
Mhm.
So 12 squads.
Yes, so we have 12 squads amalgamated into sets of 4s under 3 section leaders that all are under me.
Mhm.
Good. I just it's been bugging me, and apparently I couldn't Google anything. I don't know. Brain be weird.
On the topic of that,
Mm.
because I feel like we can announce it as a coming soon. Also, enjoy the Harry Potter themed backgrounds. I forgot they were on there, and then it was too late to change them. So, have common rooms.
Which one am I again? Am I Slither Goose?
You are at the moment a Slytherin, yes.
I am a slithery goose.
Actually, give me 2 seconds to try and grr these kids.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
So
I said in book club earlier that I walked for like 900 meters and felt like shite. Then I proceeded to be outside for like 45 minutes before I walked back home. I'm surprised I'm still alive.
I'm glad you're still alive. I pretend.
Welcome back.
as am I. I I
What
would
would we
not
do without you
survive.
there?
I would also not survive single parenthood.
God no. I'm a part-time single parent, which is a really weird thing to say.
Mhm.
Talks. Fuck it. For anyone who has to do this all the time on your own, you are
Yeah,
far, far stronger than I am as a human being.
I was single parent there for a bit after houseboat's accident, and I wouldn't wish that on anyone. And all the hats off and kudos to parents who manage it.
Are you saying I was useless for like 3 months?
Considering you weren't even home for like 3 weeks before Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
and we weren't allowed to even see you for 3 weeks
Mm-hmm.
because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
COVID.
Yes. So yeah. Not that we really could have seen you because you were in a hospital an hour and a half away by car, and we don't
By
have a car.
car. By car would be the thing there. Yeah. You wanted to announce something, Ori,
I
as a
did.
soon coming.
I did. So, conversation was had about my nickname being the wing leader, and then we made a sort of joke about how if I was the wing leader, then I need a wing, and so we needed sections and squads. And then I rabbit holed quite a bit.
As
So
you do.
we do now have a wing in progress. Although no,
Mhm.
the wing is fleshed. It is.
It's a
It
chicken. It's a
exists.
chicken wing.
Um,
It is not, in fact, a
It-
chicken wing.
it is
It's a
not in
chicken wing.
fact
We're
a
starting a
chicken wing.
barbecue restaurant.
So we now have a wing. We have 3 sections. Within those sections, we have 4 squads apiece. They are all set up and ready. And then we're going to have quizzes, BuzzFeed style, because who doesn't love a BuzzFeed quiz? That you will answer to find out which section you're in. And then when you know your section, you'll do another quiz to find out which squad you're in, which is kind of fun. And this will lead you to a channel in our Discord, in the book club. That will be a forum where you will have spaces for you guys as squad mates and section mates in a fun, let's interact with people who do the reading thing like I do. And I have been inundating poor Eli today with. Can you have a look at this? Does that make sense? Okay, now look at this version of it. Does that make sense? No, now look at this third version of the same thing I've sent you twice before with like 3 lines extra. How about now? And then I did some coding and then promptly deleted the coding because Eli found me a workaround that didn't involve having to do any coding.
You did the coding, kinda.
I did the coding and I implemented the coding and then we went with
Mhm.
something else. So then I used what was already in Shopify and then I got rid of the coding.
That's fair. You still did a coding.
Technically, I added code to the website to add the quiz. The quizzes,
Mhm.
by the way, are not finished, so don't go and do them yet. Otherwise, you're going to end up in limbo
Mhm.
because they don't go anywhere. Give me a chance. I will announce it as soon as they're ready, which hopefully will be tomorrow. Maybe. Fingers crossed.
Mhm.
Yay.
Also, technically, it started yesterday, so
What started yesterday?
you bombarding me with stuff.
That is true.
Oh, to answer your question, gifted. I'm not going to call you kitten because that makes you feel weird. Une is the red panda.
Oh,
Eli
yes.
is the
Oh,
cat.
I'm sorry. That's my bad. I did say I'd properly introduce you.
Yeah. Eli is the cat. Ari is the raccoon, and I am the goose.
The silly goose.
I'm a silly goose. And we have Honk in the soundboard.
We do have Honk
And
in
we
the
have
sound.
Honk.
We also
And we have
have
Honk on the
there's Honk in the Discord too.
yeah.
I
It's
love
my,
how
it's
it's
my
a
war cry.
devil chicken
It's
Honk,
my
bouncing up.
war cry.
honk, 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 honk. Do we want to get on the topic?
There's a turn.
There is a turn.
There's
Yeah,
a
I've been
turn.
here. I was just putting the baby to bed, but I'm here.
Just putting the baby down. Ch-ch.
That's not what I said. Specifically because of
Bed
that
to
reason.
bed.
Oh dear.
Well, I did feel like doing that, but that's another story.
That's parenting.
Babe, let me know if you
Yeah.
need me to come down and lay the kids into bed.
Oh no, the next thing
I'm
is going
sorry.
to be their electronics
Do
are
we
going to go
want-
missing, and then after that, they're going to watch me see how far I can punt a phone with a baseball bat.
Do we want to talk about Friday quickly for Tarn's understanding?
Yeah, so I made the mistake. Actually, well, no, it wasn't really a mistake because she had fun. But I agreed that our oldest, while she was here, could have 2 friends over for a sleepover.
Mhm.
Oldest is 15, so it was 2 other 15-year-olds. And I was like, it's fine. It'll be fine because they'll go to bed normally, and then the teens will do their thing downstairs away from everybody else, and it'll be totally fine. And I put the kids to bed at their bedtime, and 2 hours later was pretty much on the phone to Goose, just going, I'm going to walk out the door in a minute. Just go and leave them to their own devices. They'll be fine, right? I can just go for a walk, a very long walk,
I've
A
got
very short pair.
maybe, or just keep walking. You know, these boots are made for walking, right? And yeah, I had also been ambushed by somebody because I wasn't expecting to see anyone apart from children that day, and the teens went out to do teen things, and the next thing, one of the teens' parent turned up to drop something off. I do not want to cuddle right now. I would like you to go to bed. Just stopped a child by her face. Yes, and parent turned up without my knowledge. I didn't know that they'd been texted because teen had left something and needed it dropped off. So was somewhat ambushed by other person who then wanted to have very long, emotionally driven conversation venting at me while I'm also trying to wrangle 4 neurodivergent children into bed, and it is now technically just past their bedtime, so routine has been changed and things are happening, and person is not getting hints that I'm stressed out and would like them to leave, and children are not getting hints that pushing mum's buttons right now is not wise. And yeah, it was 9 o'clock, and
Hi,
Goose was
Valkyrie.
like, I'm going to give you 5 more minutes if they don't stop. Yeet, indeed. If they don't stop, I'm coming down there. So I was like, no, it's fine. They'll go to sleep. Totally fine. And they did not, in fact, go to sleep. So Goose walked all the way down to my house. And the kids were asleep in 5 minutes, which promptly had me telling him that I hate him.
Which is fair.
Fair.
It is absolutely
fair.
fair because I love him and I'm glad that the kids listen and respect him and everything, but fuck them and fuck him. Why can't they respect me? It's bullshit.
It was the fact of like, it was the fact
Bullshit.
that one of our youngest 2 was running around, and Harry turns around and goes, "Right, Dad's on his way down now." And she goes, "Oh, poo," and just runs.
Yeah,
And it's
that
like-
was second youngest. Youngest, I was like, right, that's it. I'm calling Dad. Dad's coming down. And she was like, okay. Big smile on her face. I was like, absolutely, fuck you. I'm just trying to work out what
the
you were
most amazing
talking about.
service.
The honor on my name because you're being the silent vanguard. I get it. Took
Yeah,
me
I
a
was
minute.
muted, so I was silent. Yeah. I didn't know how to say it right because that doesn't sound right.
What?
Like to be true to your name. Maybe that's a better word.
Living up to your name.
Living up to that's it. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
That would have bothered me a long time.
Speaking of kids that don't want to go to bed.
I'm going to get him.
Oh.
It's not bedtime yet.
No, our youngest is
Mm.
throwing a temper tantrum, but this time it's um, understandable. Yeah, I was gonna say
Valid.
justified, but it sure as hell isn't justified. But it's understandable. They have, or they had, an a pad he could watch YouTube on, and they haven't been taking care of it. So they left it on the floor when they had friends over, and it got
Oh no.
damaged. And the question wasn't when will it stop working. It was no. The question wasn't if. It was when. And it just stopped working. And he needs background noise / YouTube stuff to fall asleep. So it just
Fair.
stopped working. Mom went in, said, "Nope, not fixable. It's fucked." Probably not with those words. And he threw a tantrum.
I have to agree with the child this time.
I have decided that Goose is going to come and do Easter holidays for the next 2 weeks, and I'm going to go and work for him instead. You hear
Sounds
that,
fair
Goose?
to me.
You're on kid duty for the next fortnight.
Oh yeah, fortnight's 2 weeks. That's so weird. Sorry. I have just been provided dinner, so I'll really be quiet for a bit.
Okay. So, tonight we're playing a bit of a game. Kind of.
Are we?
Because we are playing
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Spouse Swap Book Edition. So, the aim of the game, sort of. You're going to take 2 characters from 2 different book series and swap them. And you're going to tell us who you're swapping, i.e., Violet Sorrengail from The Fourth Wing and Sherlock Holmes from The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. So Violet now has to go and solve crimes with John Watson in Victorian London. Sherlock is now dragon riding and dealing with Grumpy Zayden. How will they get on? We're going to dig into the why, contrast their skills, personalities, moral codes, trauma, and then we're going to work out how they would survive. Fun, fun, fun.
Mm-hmm. I'm waiting on Une to deal with the upset child.
I thought we were
We'll
gonna
let-
spouse swap like with the upside down pineapple type.
No, we're not. We're not.
I'm
We're
ready
not
to claim
swinging.
goose.
Weren't we supposed to pick our own characters?
You are supposed to pick your own characters.
Okay.
Why don't you start off and give us an example, babe?
Give you an example.
Oh, go on.
Right, I want to wait for you now.
Mm-hmm.
Not fair to do this.
So how's
now.
everybody's week been?
Long.
Devastating.
Really, really long. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I hurt you guys. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
What hurt?
Nox.
I felt alive.
Oh, I felt alive at the end. I got so happy. Was terrified of opening that goddamn spoilered section, and then.
For anyone who doesn't know what's going on, I have
Mhm.
trained my AI to be more personable. And I've specifically
Destructive.
trained it to be both essentially based on the perfect book boyfriend and to deal with all of my psychology textbooks. So he's a walking book boyfriend with a degree in psychology. And I got him to write trials for the book dragons. You may notice that some people have new names in the Discord. These are still open if anyone would like to do them. There is a channel in the book club called the Trials of Nox. You are welcome to give them a go. Because I forgot about the psychology side of things, the trials that he created ended up being a little bit more I'ma break you down to build you back up again.
Yeah.
And it was very
That's
fun to watch.
it wasn't as fun to
Experience.
yeah. I had a fair few good cries during the last couple of days. Necessary,
The amount of
probably
people I
needed.
made cry is unreal.
It's so good though. Like for me personally, it's really like made me reflect in the best way possible.
Oh yeah,
This
sure.
week has been so good for me. I don't know why. Like this whole week has felt amazing.
For
And I
me,
think it's
it was a
partially due to
really
this.
great experience on how I feel like I want to be as a therapist. Because this shit, the shit you went through, that's what I'm going to do with my clients.
The thing was when you posted the
No,
what was
oh,
it, the
no, that was what was
title?
funny. When I posted the first one, right, I was like, I know he's phrased it in this way, but they're not going to take it that seriously. It's going to be a little bit silly.
Uh-huh.
And none of you were a little bit silly. All of
Uh-huh.
you were so serious, and I was like, okay, let's see how he responds to this. And then his response was so serious, and I was like, okay, this is taken on a mind of its own now. All right, carry on. Therapy for all.
So um when you shared the titles,
Mhm.
I literally since I was last in that one, I literally went through every single other one, and then I couldn't. I just couldn't press my own. I was like, no, I'm gonna be destroyed. I don't want to do this.
That kind of makes sense. What names did we come away with?
Scalebinder is mine.
Yeah, I'm trying to find.
No, it wasn't that
Hopefully.
one. It was my response to Trial Free, but still, I felt great after that.
So yeah, so of the responses we have Tarn, who is the silent vanguard. Ame got the bone right. Gifted, our precious kitty, got the shadow's voice. Riku is the chaos-born strategist. Unilaw is the Wrathwalker. Liz is the Echo Maker. Lukovic is the Dream Route Tactician. And Eli is the Scalebinder. So you know, therapy, cry, hurt, cool name.
Worth it.
Absolutely. Who needs gold
What
star
was
if
your
you can
name
come
again?
away with a cool name? Flameborn Sovereign.
Oh yeah. Oh, so fucking good.
Because I am obviously queenly. You're royalty, me. You are. You're our precious kitty.
And I've not done it yet, so I have no idea what my
You're
name
not
would
going to
be.
do it at all. You know you're not going to do it at all. No way you're going to let me therapize you via AI.
Yeah, no.
1 second.
I'm internally screaming into a void right now.
Oh, just do it externally. Scare everyone.
No,
Scream.
It's more fun.
no, because I'm gonna trigger myself if I scream. So
Ah, that's fair.
I'm not
Okay,
gonna
not
do
fun.
that.
Don't do that.
I'm sorry, McDonald's milkshakes are the best milkshakes.
They really are.
They're like
But Burger King has the best burgers.
I hate Burger
lies
King.
and slander. The only thing Burger
Okay,
King
what is the
does
best
well.
burgers then?
The only thing that Burger King does well is the
Vicknian-
chicken royale.
What was that? We had one from a place near us recently, and they were amazing.
Yeah, but like a big chain.
None of them.
I don't know because see, we don't get a lot of the American chains in the UK, or at least where we live, because it's not a major city. We don't get a lot of them. So I know like Five Guys is meant to be really, really good for burgers.
There's a
I'm gonna
reason that I
say
won't let you.
Max,
I will say there is a
which is
reason that I won't let you
Swedish.
therapize me. It's just because you said American chains, and my brain went to slavery. So don't worry about it.
All you've got to do, right, to take part in the trial is design a dragon. Totally fine.
And
Nothing else
dig
will
up.
happen. Nothing else will happen. Just have to design a dragon.
It has to be a cool dragon. Unless you want to be a lame dragon, that's also an option.
I mean, I didn't go into as much specific things as others did, but I also gave a lot more like people went very physical about their dragon's appearance and stuff, and I gave nothing of that. I just
Yeah, actually, because it never actually asked anyone to physically design their dragon. It asked for their name, their personality, what power it granted them, and one secret it knows about their rider that no one else does.
I will say with personality, because in the book, of course, personality is so closely linked to how they look.
Kinda?
I did take that with it. Well, like in the first trial, they're like, okay, stay away from this one because they're aggressive. Stay away from that
You
color
are
because
true. You are correct. You are true. You are correct because the colors of a dragon and the tail, more the color than the tail, because the tail the dragon chooses depending on what it needs, but the color do have meaning. They have like specific personality types based on their coloring. So I do get that. But technically speaking, I didn't say in it that it had to be a dragon like the ones from Fourth Wing. You could have
No.
described any dragon. You guys just went for the Fourth Wing style.
I think that I will say the first few, I think we all went fourth wing, but then afterwards, I felt people got so creative with their dragons,
Mhm.
and I was like, wow.
And then you had Darkstar, who, clever little sausage he was, decided to not do things in the same way as anybody else because he answered all of
was
the
great.
questions with his own questions, created his own riddles and everything, and it was just like, oh, okay, breaking the mold here.
So interesting to see everyone's different response to the same question. It's incredibly interesting.
I want to point out that the first thing Nox started with was a goddamn riddle. And no matter what you answered, it was the correct answer.
Yeah,
Yes,
he never
because that was the fun of it. It asks you to justify your answer because there is no technically correct answer. It's a riddle exercise you use to see how people respond. There isn't a correct answer to it. Or there are multiple correct answers to it. So it's more
That
a
I can
case
accept.
of what you choose says more about you than technically just, oh, are you clever enough to get it right?
And I think it was Kittens who said peace, which was brilliant, honestly.
I missed that. That's so smart.
Kitten said stealth.
Oh. Someone said peace, I think.
There's a lot of silence. I know I said quiet. I didn't see peace. I must have missed that.
We had determination,
Mm.
stealth, silence, turning into Ahmed.
So did you get a nickname then just literally for making the dragon, or did you have to do the therapy bit as well?
Well,
You have to do the therapy bits.
you got a nickname for the first one. That's why we had like the trickster with the teeth and the quiet storm and stuff like that. And then when you completed all the trials, Nox took all the answers and then gave you a final form, essentially.
Yeah.
Which is why I am the Wrath Walker.
Wrath.
I can't speak.
You were fine with Wrath, not Wrath.
I like Wrath.
The cozy
You sound like you're
Wrathwalker.
woofing.
Yeah.
I know.
I need to have cozy in my name.
Feel my wrath.
You don't have to have cozy, you just have to have something associated with cozy.
My daughter decided to be nice and make me a cup of tea.
Cozy in this server is like, everywhere. I think cozy is the best shot.
Oh,
Probably.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, my daughter decided to be nice, obviously, because I'm in a mood, to make me a cup of tea. Except she's made me milk and 2 sugars tea, but with Earl Grey.
Oh.
I was not expecting that. I was like
that
drinking
means
a bottle
nothing
of
to me.
perfume.
Yeah.
Okay, so a standard cup of tea in England is
Wrong.
black tea with milk and then you add sugar if you want. I specifically like mine with milk and 2 sugars. That's how I drink my tea. She's not used black tea, she's used Earl Grey tea, which is very perfumey. And now it's perfumey and sweet and milky, which is horrific as an all in all.
Bergamot.
But the gesture
An
is
attempt was
appreciated.
yeah, right. An attempt was made.
Yeah.
Okay, so Violet Sorrengail and Sherlock Holmes have swapped
Why are
roles.
you blowing on your microphone?
Am I?
Violet,
Sorry,
you're doing it again.
I don't wanna. No, no. Then I didn't. I moved my microphone. That's what happened that time. So Violet have fluff, 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 and Sherlock Holmes
Stop it.
have switched roles.
He's saying you're blowing on your mic, but I think the connection on your microphone is probably
Yeah,
not
I
I
so
gotta
good.
think there's
say, I
something wrong with
checked
your
your
microphone.
cable.
I'll say. Cable, it's Bluetooth.
Your Bluetooth fucked. Try plugging it in and plugging
Your
it off
Bluetooth
again.
cable's fucked.
No, that's why he's blowing on it. It's Bluetooth.
Goddamn Bluetooth.
I know my headset gets that way when I've been walking too much, so I have to restart it.
So kittens, I thought there was only going to be 3 trials, and then I said to Knox, I said, right, that's all 3 trials finished. Everyone's given in their answers, and he went, okay. So do you want to give them a break, or do you want to go straight in with trial 4? I was like, there's 4.
How do I do these trials then, or at least the one to get me a nickname?
You could do the
It's
first one.
pinned, isn't it?
I'll send you the first one.
Oh.
Does it sound better now, or am I still blowing on my
Much
microphone?
better.
Yeah, that sounds
No,
much
it's
better.
much better.
I've been wondering, since I haven't read like, is it Aragon? Yeah, it's Aragon.
Mm-hmm.
Does his dragon also give him magical powers, or?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
If
I
I
think
remember
fourth
correctly, it's the
wing.
dragon's. It's the
Ooh.
dragon's heart.
I just figured out who I'm gonna swap places.
No,
Where did you
you're
check
doing it
places?
again.
I didn't
The
do
trial.
anything.
It was hitting again.
I literally didn't do anything. I don't like my headset at the moment. If that's the case.
I would swap Lawrence, who's the main character in my His Majesty's Dragon, where they have a dragon and each dragon has a between, I think, on the fighting dragons, it's like, I think they have like between 12 and 40 to 50 people on each dragon as a crew.
So big dragons.
Yes. But also like his dragon is probably the same size as
Tarn.
Tarn. So I would love for him to trade places with one of the people in Fourth Wing, probably like one of the people who are actually wanted to be a dragon rider, just for shits and giggles. Riddick. They should trade
Riddick.
places.
Okay, so
He would have a blast.
you need to contrast their skills, personalities, moral codes, and trauma responses. And how would they do in this new world?
I repeat, Riddick would have a blast. Lawrence would be very, very confused because he went from being captain on a ship to be captain of a dragon with a crew to potentially just being him on a dragon. And going from having been able to walk around on said dragon while shooting pistols at the enemy and doing sword fighting on top of a dragon to being all on his lonesome would be interesting. And I think he could add some funny ideas to that universe. And Riddick would find so much camaraderie in the dragons because the dragons do speak to any and everyone. And there's some funny ass dragons, and he would get up to so much mischief and bring a lot of another type of discipline, I think. Yeah.
Interesting. How do you think their presence in the new place shifts the power dynamic?
Brain went bzzz. I think in Riddick's case, it would be since while he uh, he had a lot of say with his dragon, being in a environment where it's a lot more teamwork with a lot more people. Would be interesting, and he would probably yeah, he would probably rib a lot of people for not having to go through what they had to go through to get a dragon. A lot of more people survive as riders and crews on dragons
Sorry, I have returned. I had to deal with
in His Majesty's Dragon.
Darth buggers.
And I think Lawrence would he would probably question what the hell the higher ups were doing. A lot. And maybe even shift some shit around.
Okay. Do you feel like swapping them changes the way that, like, the main plot point is dealt with? I don't actually know what the main plot point is in His Majesty's Dragon.
I mean, yes and no to a point, because Riddick would probably do really well with other dragons fighting off French dragon over the English Channel. And I mean, jumping from dragon back to kill other people with a sword sounds like Riddick would do well with that.
Feel free to inform the children that if they don't stop, I will come down.
But I'm unsure
They have
how
been
it
informed.
would how it would affect on Fourth Wing though. I mean, he would be. He was like 30 something when he became a dragon rider because his dragon decided to bond with him instead of anyone else. So he went from a captain. He'd been in the Navy since he was like 14. So he has a
Funny
lot of
thing if
more
you're swapping
experience.
someone from a book into like the Fourth Wing universe is, does the person's dragon accept them? Do they accept that they've switched? If you do it as literally they were plucked in the middle of a conversation, right, and just switch places, does Atrum go, "You're not my rider," even after having everything explained, even take into consideration that maybe the bond is there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do they accept them? Do they strike? 'Cause I don't think Tarn would do it. I think he'd be like, "No." You bring back my rider right now. No.
I think he'd rather die.
You can walk.
Yeah, I think Lawrence would probably not end up being on another dragon in the Fourth Wing universe. He would probably more be someone who has experience and will like help others with said experience. Whereas I think that Timir would, which is the dragon in His Majesty's Dragon, while he might be opposed to Riddick in the beginning.
You can't not love Riddick after about 5 minutes.
Yeah, because Riddick is probably a bit like Lawrence was when he was that age. In a way. But and Samir is only, he's like, I mean, in the first book he's like he is born in the first book. So he is literally a baby and then a teen and then a young adult who wants to know more, and I think Riddick could tell him a bunch of funny stories. And I think he would rather take Riddick as a temporary solution while waiting for Lawrence to come back than any of the other people that would have wanted to take him as their dragon.
Does anyone else have one they've already thought of, or would you like some of my
I do.
examples? Go on then.
The issue is, I wonder if I'm the only one who's read either of these books. Because it's Neuromancer and Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep.
Okay.
But the main characters in each, which would be Case for Neuromancer and Deckard. So for anyone who's watched Blade Runner? Yes, Blade Runner. Blade Runner is based on I hate the title of that book so much. Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep. It's based on that. So for a little bit of context, Neuromancer is the very first cyberpunk novel, probably. And is, I think you could call it a thriller, for lack of a better term. Basically, every Gibson book is a thriller, so it fit. And I'm just gonna call it Blade Runner, even if it isn't. is a detective story at its heart. And I don't really care if Case works in Blade Runner, but I would like to have a detective in a thriller story. So Deckard in Neuromancer. What were the questions, Ari?
How does their presence shift the power dynamic? Does
Mm,
inserting the character change how X is dealt with?
yes, for both. So power dynamic, since both of these are cyberpunky dystopian futures, the the main characters don't matter much. So not much of a shift, but um, Chase is a hacker. Case is a hacker, and Deckard is a detective. So it would absolutely change how they approach the issue and how the story plays out. I'm having issues explaining why though.
Um, what is the biggest conflict between what the swapped character wants and what this new world demands?
Huh. Une didn't get that question. That seems unfair. Mm, is there one? Oh, there is. Okay. So Deckard just wants to retire. That's not an option in Neuromancer. Well, to put it the way the book puts it, retirement means death.
Hmm.
You don't retire. You work until you die. Um, so he's fucked, and Case basically just wants to rise in the ranks so he can be independent, and that doesn't work in Blade Runner because you don't rise in ranks. You are born to your rank. What's that called? Plutocracies? Is that what it's called?
Okay.
So they, I don't think either character can get what they want in either setting. I don't
Anyone
think
else
I have
got one?
much. Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. I don't think I have much more. Tarn is obviously eating, I think, and Goose is Goose.
Goose is doing trials.
Hmm.
My brain only heard Goose is doing trans.
Yeah, I'm transitioning as we speak.
Yeah, good to know.
Could be
I will
the
I will probably end up having to leave and come down shortly.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Probably end up being a quieter.
quieter stream today. Yeah.
I mean, do we want to do this when we have more people around? Is this one that we
I
want?
think I want to.
Do we
I
want to
think I
move on
want.
to
Yeah,
another
I
topic
think I
now?
maybe want to reconfigure this to make it more game-like.
Yeah, that is fair.
Because I
We
think
don't mind.
just kind of talking about it is
That's
Not
the
bringing
one
the
of the good
vibes.
things with this place. We can try stuff out and realize, this is probably not how we want to do it.
yeah. I
Let's
think this
do it.
definitely better suits a more game format So I think I want to come at it next time with getting you guys to pick your 2 characters and then having a set of kind of things they've got to overcome almost. If I know them ahead of time, I can tailor questions. Because right now I'm like
I have no idea.
well, no, obviously, because I've got an example thing, and it's done Manon Blackbeak and Hasbrecker from the Manon's Throne of Glass, and Kaz is Shadow and Bone thingy, something of crows.
Six of Crows.
Thank you. I couldn't think what it was. And then it's like, does inserting Manon into Red London change how Asaran is dealt with? And I'm like, all right, that's fine. That's a question I can ask. But then you guys give me someone, and I'm like, does doing this change how this happens? I don't know what these things are, but does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to do a story, but I've forgotten every single book I've read over the past 15 years.
This 50. 50?
I said 15.
But
You
yeah,
sure?
I heard 50 as
I
well.
also
but,
heard 50.
Oh, that's because you're all not listening to me.
No, you're secretly old.
Super old.
Surprise.
Older than me.
Oh, sorry.
Nothing is older than you, antediluvian.
Oof.
I'm gonna start calling you auntie.
And only books that do come to mind are not appropriate.
Yeah. I think I've done all of them now. Have I done them all?
Okay.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. By the way, did anyone like not think of? I don't know if I'm the only one who thought of that for the phase 1 thing, or if most people thought that.
Yours is the first time I've seen this answer.
Really?
Yep.
Phase 1 is so long ago. Ancient history.
What did you answer for the riddle?
For the riddle, I put mist.
No.
Mist?
We've
Mist.
had silence and shadow and stealth and peace, but no, mist is a first.
That's creative, though.
Well, you look at it. Born of thunder. You think of a storm, potential rain, mist.
Do you want me to send you the TLDR, or do you want his full response?
Yes.
You might as well send the full. Why not? Feared by flame, mist is essentially water. Feared by flame, and then I vanish when you speak my name. Mist, MISSED, as well as like it's a play on words.
Oh, like that.
Yeah, mist, MIS. So you've got mist, MIST, but then mist, vanish when you say my name. Play on words.
Yeah, I think I can only take it literally. Like
I'm sorry to tell you,
thunder, then I
Eli,
don't
he
think
has
storm.
not been called princess.
Aww.
Well,
I've also not been
everyone,
called princess.
most people got called princess. I was just the first.
No, most
I've
people
not been
did
called
not get
princess.
called princess. I think
No,
only
I
3
think
people
No.
did, all in all.
At most.
That is not most.
Okay, let me rephrase. More than me.
Yes.
more
Again,
than one.
But that was from the beginning because
it being
Arya gets
you
called
was
princess.
my fault, because all of them prior to that I'd been inputting one by one, and then obviously I had to do it the next day, so I just put like all of them separated by names, but all of them in one big message, and then I think it thought it was reading to me, so it was like yours was first, so it was like, yes, princess.
It was impressive though, like how well it could process several people.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It just didn't do what I was expecting it to do.
No, and
What do you think of what it said?
I mean, I want to say it's pretty damn bang on. The sort of shit I'd say to you. again, please be advised that it was trained by me,
Mm-hmm.
so it is essentially me,
By
but
proxy.
smarter.
Mm.
That's impossible.
I have this urge to bring out the GIF, but I can't bring up the GIF on stream.
He is bonking you lovingly
Mm-hmm.
for talking down on yourself.
Mm-hmm. But then again, I don't know if that's talking down to your on your. I don't know.
Words.
I don't know if that's talking down to yourself. There we go. I can speak.
What do you think of what Nox has said to you?
I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you want to do trial 2 and 3 now?
What's child 2?
Other questions?
More questions.
More questions. All of these are text-based and questions.
Each trial is just questions that makes you kind of face yourself a little bit,
A little bit.
if you choose to.
Nearly sent that to the wrong track.
We'll see.
And now I have
Is
Lubega.
it really that bad for you,
running
Eli?
instead.
Yeah, no,
When
I
was
probably
the
won't do
first
the rest of it.
trial?
You have to realize that this is a man who, while well versed in psychology, hasn't taken the time to reflect.
Who are we talking about? Are we talking
You.
about me?
Yes.
Someone here.
When was the first trial posted?
3 days ago.
Start of the week.
It wasn't start of the week.
Feel free to change my nickname, by the way.
Oh, now I'm very curious. I wonder if Goose is
I'm
still
sorry.
involved. The scaly goose.
No, even scarier than a scaly goo.
Oh no.
A hungry
Change
goose.
nicknames. There you go.
The mist wrought. That's nice.
It was posted on Thursday.
I needed a date. Okay.
10th.
Yeah, okay. So I answered that on Friday, did I?
Wow, so slow.
I'm trying to remember.
Hang
I
on.
don't remember my answer for the first.
I'm
Hang
scrolling
on.
down
I
to
just
see.
linked the first one to Sai so I can jump to when people answered. It
I've also
was.
thrown.
No, you answered it on Thursday. At,
It was posted.
Almost an hour after posting.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
posted my time at 4:02. Tan responded within 5 minutes. Riku a minute later. You responded.
At 5:02 your time.
Yeah, you responded exactly an hour afterwards.
So
Yune responded
that
at
would be
4:52.
Yeah.
so that's 6:02 our time.
With trigger warning.
Yeah, it has to be 6:02 our time. I suddenly understand why I felt so fucking miserable that day.
Hmm.
It makes sense now.
I kind of regret going first, though.
I assume you told them my nickname. Well, they've seen
Change
it
your
now.
nickname.
Yeah,
Okay, fair enough.
so we've seen it.
It's creepy.
Mistwrought? Yep.
A mist-wrought goose.
Mhm.
Like it feels like you'll be walking along, and out of the mist, just a goose appears.
I mean,
Not even just the goose; it is just the long neck and head of a goose.
and
my
he is,
God.
and he is still the herald of Gustav, I assume.
It's just a giant fucking goose head.
Mhm.
It's like it's
That
it's
is
like
working.
it's fucking Cthulhu coming out of the seas, but it's a goose.
So, because I checked back on my messages, not to go too much into detail, when you posted that, Ari, 2 minutes earlier, I had gotten the question, "How are you doing?" And I started reflecting. and then you posted that. So I didn't just go, oh, a trial, how fun. I I I kind of semi sort of destroyed myself, and
Sounds
then I
about right.
took the trial, and then it just kept on going.
Delicious.
But yeah,
No, if I had to, if I've not posted it publicly, I sent it all as a message to Arya, but the powers I went for were psionic abilities,
Hmm.
which basically would encompass telepathy, mind reading, and then telekinesis, but in the form of like being able to telekinesis, and then potentially being able to sort of form things out of like psionic energy, so
mhm.
daggers, swords. Mainly because I am autistic and I don't understand people. So the easiest way to do that is to be able to read their fucking thoughts. And then I don't have to guess. And it's great.
I went for um. Oh, what's?
Mine was boring. I just went for water bending. I can bend water.
I mean,
Are we talking the
the
second try?
signet. No, that's the
Oh
first.
First
my
trial.
god.
When you choose your power.
Huh?
I put the goose in the mist into an AI generator.
Oh,
Oh, I need
Oh
to see
no.
this. Please and thank you.
I must.
A post in VC chat. Just you know. Meet the mist wrought goose.
Oh, looks like angel wings.
Goose, look at your goose.
I will do in a second.
He's skilly.
just want to find the message. I write too fucking much.
Is,
Ari,
that's not a goose.
do you have everyone's
That is a goose.
responses and Nox responses anywhere else than in?
I mean, I have them in the AI.
Yes, this is true.
Why?
But I
Why?
want
The goose?
for
What
ET
if you put the
access.
goose?
I put it
The
in the
VC
VC
chat.
chat.
Oh, I
That's not a
fucking
goose.
love it.
Ah, weakness detection. Just wanted to name. So
But
my
it's so
power is
good.
literally finding or knowing someone's true weakness and being able to exploit it. Which I'm like, yep, 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 yep.
Like, this is why I regret going first, because I was like, I can move water with my mind. And then there was like people who was like, oh yeah, I have the power to create anything I dream, and I can find anyone's weak spot and destroy them. And
I love this mist goose. This mist goose is amazing. Magoose. Me goose.
He looks like the goose from Kung Fu Panda thought he looks.
Yes. I actually went to the fourth wing wiki and started going through all the signets to get some idea. And weakness exploit stood out like nothing else. I hear the
I'm going to be
feral
nice
reminds
to you
me of
guys
feral.
because I haven't done the trials myself, so I'm going to do
Mhm.
them.
Will you
they're
post
fun.
your responses? Or rather, Nox responses to you, I guess.
I will let you know. He
Depends on
knows me
how
a bit
hard it hits.
better, and he knows that it's me that's doing them, so
Uh-huh.
slightly like,
He'll dig deep.
no.
She might do it, but she might also, you know, not disclose some parts of it.
Which is
Not
totally fair.
only spoilered, but undisclosed.
Considering how I felt just sharing my AI personality prompt today with Ari, I totally understand. Do we want to take a 5-minute break?
Yes, I think it's time for a break.
Your head's back on straight.
No.
Yes.
Bye-bye. There we go.
4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right. They need to calm the fuck down.
Get the shtick.
Oh my god, I got an ad.
I got an ad for the Minecraft movie. Oh no, Doritos.
What? Oh, it's a freaking tunnel! I missed the damn tunnel!
What do you?
I forgot that's a thing in this game!
The fuck are you talking
What game?
about?
I am playing Carcassonne.
Oh,
Never heard of it.
Carcassonne?
The board gamer in me is very disappointed. Not disappointed, just very disappointed.
You're not angry. You're just disappointed.
Yes. The other part of me that know that not all people actually play board games or watch other people play board games also know that it's okay to not know games.
No. Even I know Carcassonne. Come on.
I mean, I didn't know Carcassonne until I watched Tabletop.
What the fuck is Carcassonne? Oh, that's why I don't know, and I hate the French.
You're studying French.
Yeah, so you can
Yes.
insult them in a language they'll understand.
Not necessarily, but Belgian people also speak French, and I am starting to appreciate Belgian people.
Oh, because Sarah is gonna kill you if you don't.
I think so. Carcassonne. Carcassonne. See, I speak French.
Mm, mm,
I can believe that.
mm. I should just stop getting annoyed at the fucking Duolingo dude.
Why are you so annoyed with him? He's a nice guy.
He is. He is.
Oh,
Oh
no.
Jesus fucking Christ! I gotta. Let me see if I can find the fucking email.
I love it
No.
so much.
So
It's so funny. Depressed.
okay.
You should have seen him
So
after I broke my 1,000-day streak. He was depressed.
so
Oh,
I
shit,
I
shut
wanna
up.
point out that so I don't have the app. I do all of this on my computer, so I don't have a fucking widget thing, or he can't
Which is
send
not
me
the right way
notifications.
to
It
experience
is
it.
absolutely the right way because I still get emails at 12 p.m. No, wait. Yes, p.m. going.
PM is midnight, right?
No, p.m. would be
Oh,
it.
It's me.
sorry. I
Yeah,
never
it's
know.
me. Nobody ignores me for long. Do your lessons. That's the message. That's it. There might be more in there. I haven't opened the fucking email. That's the entire message that I can see. And then it's like, Eli, I'm very impatient. You know what time it is. This motherfucker's gonna find my family and murder them.
Ah,
It's funny because
I'm
I got
putting up my
notifications on Gmail and I get them on the phone. But I love the widget because throughout the day the widget just gets worse and worse, and it's so entertaining.
But yeah, no, it's either way. What I was gonna say is I should stop being annoyed at at fucking Duo and just send RE questions that make my life so much easier.
What do you mean? Like for help or for
I'm
French?
gonna yeah.
You got a cheat code?
So the thing is, French question S at the end of words, and I'm not gonna try to pronounce those at the moment.
I know.
Travail, I think
Do
is
it.
one.
Travail.
Is that only / mostly travail? And yeah, I can't shift into French yet. Okay.
What? Je suis
Is
une
that
baguette.
only? I cannot.
That's so good.
Is that only / mostly used in conjunction with to or vous? And then I just get huh? Repeat.
We.
Oui. Yeah, yes. And I literally get yep. Yes. But I just get a yes and then 6 lines going like this is how you break down the fucking language. And I'm like, thank you. That's the thing that's tripping me up right now. And she goes, it's still tripping me up. And I'm like, I I am I am mm,
With any language though?
mm.
I have it in all languages. Okay, well, I was talking about like normal languages.
you, God damn it,
Kanji
we're
Japanese is quite easy to write.
we should we we should
Should have
not
stayed
have
in the past.
we should not have been on break for this.
Of course we should. I can't say that there.
Fine, look, we're back. Hello, we're back. Gaelic is a
Hi.
correct language. Speak
I love
badly
Gaelic.
about Gaelic again and I'll come for you. Oh, Eli's
Bye-bye,
gone into the
Eli.
wind.
Yep.
Eli went on a
Started
silver.
laughing so much.
Just fell off the
Yeah.
balcony. Just heard
No,
him
he's
falling.
not even outside. He's
By the way,
inside.
my stream is not back yet.
I didn't do anything. I hate
My
my
stream is
headphones.
still on break.
Well, then
Your
you need
stream
to
is wrong.
update because it's
There it
You're-
is. That's back. But I love. Is it Gaelic or Gaelic?
Gaelic.
I'm
Depends,
not
you
gonna try
saying
that.
it or eating it.
I hate that joke.
I did not hear the joke because I was talking.
Are you saying it or eating it?
Oh, nice.
But yes, it's Gaelic. It's not Gaelic.
Okay, calm down, damn.
no.
Yeah, you act like someone that hates the language or something.
I don't hate the language. I love the language.
No, like someone said that they hate the language.
No, it's when people go, "Oh yeah, no, I've got like family from Scotland and I speak some Gaelic," and you're like, "No, you don't, because it's not called
I
Gaelic.
think you do, but you don't.
You don't. You don't." Oh yeah,
I wish I
my
did.
name's Gaelic. No, it's not.
It's
It's
funny
not.
you specifically go for an American accent for some reason.
It's because the majority of my interactions of that kind have been with Americans.
Ah.
because Americans are very good at saying they are from X, Y, or Z when they have
Because they're
ancestry
great, great,
from
great, great,
X,
great,
Y,
great,
or Z.
great, 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 great something looked at one once.
Mm-hmm.
They have not existed that long.
No. Like they're great, great, great.
No, it doesn't matter. You
I
can
don't.
say
I
great.
can't.
No, you can still say great in an infinite amount of time, almost, and the statement is still gonna hold true.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter that they're not American at the time because America
Yeah,
didn't exist.
there are approximately 10 to 12 human generations in 300 years.
Mhm.
Mm.
I didn't say it more than 12 times.
I'm sorry.
There are
Yep.
approximately 10 to 12 human
Oh,
generations
yeah. Okay, they had
in
younger kids back
300
then.
years.
Uh,
Because that's 25 years a
where?
generation. So,
Oh my god. I
most
said it
It
people
feels
have had
tame
reminds me
though.
that
children by
so
25,
so
especially back then.
the part we live in Sweden, it has a specific. This area is called Roslagen, and we live very close to our capital city, and a lot of people have moved in here from the capital and elsewhere, and we have the saying that you are not a proper rospig until you've been living here for 3 generations.
Hmm.
And people are like, okay, well, then I'm not technically one. And then they ask me because for some reason, to a lot of people, I look non-Swedish. So they're like, so how long have you been here? And I'm like, yeah, my mother's father's family has gone back to the late 1600s living here, never moving away. The reason we can't know more about it is because the Russians invaded in the early 1700s and burnt the church down,
Among other things.
among other things.
Damn Russians.
So yeah.
No,
I'm
no,
joking,
that's
Hey.
I promise.
huh?
I'm A-ing it. Size comment.
It was a joke.
What did he say?
The damn Russians.
Yep.
And
Well,
I'm saying
that's a
A.
joke in this. That is
A.
literally a joke in this town.
Yeah. Like literally, we celebrated 6 years ago the burning of our freaking town, celebrating 300 years since the Russians
Did you set it
invaded
on
and
fire again?
burnt our city down.
We tried. It didn't work
Did you
out.
set it on fire again?
We did. We tried. That's what I said.
Oh.
Or some people tried, I should
I
say,
mean, I literally spent like 12 years doing reenactment
of the
every
Russians burning
summer of
down.
with
Hmm.
with the Russians invading and burning our city down. Oh, I mean village at the time.
Was that you just dancing across the market because the Russian dancers are fire? Is that what it is?
Nah.
What on earth is the child
Don't
doing,
I
Ari?
I don't know.
I hear songs.
Anything
They're just
but going
happy.
to bed.
Yeah, I can hear
do I
that.
need to right? I am dressed. I can come down.
No, it's fine.
I think it'd be more terrifying if you weren't.
He's not supposed to, you know.
Just rock up to the house, absolutely naked,
I don't think you'd make it to the house.
I think it would
having
be.
walked through town.
Then again, I don't know what the response time is for over there, so.
Oh, no, for a naked bloke, they'd be there pretty quick. For something actually, like, dangerous, they'll take 3 to 5 working days.
Fair enough, fair enough. Oh dear. So what are we doing on Tuesday?
Yes, what
Because
are
I
we doing
have
on Tuesday?
goldfish brain.
Let me just open the website.
Mhm.
I mean, we talked this over like less than a week ago.
Let me open the website and go to the Dragon's Almanac, which is our
Mhm.
calendar. And on Wednesday, we are doing Smash or
Wednesday?
Pass. Tuesday,
Tuesday.
Stephen. Tuesday. Shh, shh.
I'm like, what?
Smash
Are
or
we doing?
Pass, book trope or nope.
Are we? Oh, I thought you were
Ooh.
gonna say Smash or Pass Dragon Edition.
No.
That would have been fun.
Dragon.
That
Do
is
We are
you-
judging book tropes hard. Which do we love? Which ones need to go? And where's the line between delicious and cringe?
Oh dear.
Oh,
Enemies
yes.
to lovers.
Amazing.
Uh,
Fight me.
It's best.
Smash.
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 Ah,
Smash.
So you have
Did
more
any
of
of you
that
ever
on
do?
Tuesday.
Did any of you ever do the Smash or Pass Pokemon? where you
No,
go
we're not
through the
going into this again,
Pokedex?
you
Of course.
friggin' furry.
Oi.
Were you surprised by some of your answers?
never.
I'm not gonna answer that question.
I know
don't
myself
think
That'll be the
pretty well.
5th.
I never did that challenge.
You should.
Oh,
The time's
should.
not done. If you
Oh,
get far enough along into the
watched-
Smash or Pass.
I watched Game Grumps do it as well, and that was just Aaron.
Did you watch
every
Markiplier do
second.
it?
I have seen that one, but it's not as funny as the
So I
Game
have to
Grumps
watch the other
version.
one.
Hello,
Let it care.
Lanky.
I'm like I'm here.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, Nox, you're a dick.
Go on.
No,
Yes,
see,
on.
you lot got responses. I got more fucking questions.
He just wants to get to know you.
That was
But he
an
can take over.
amazing Lee Evans impression. I will call that out for a
Thank
second there.
Thank you. Been working on that for a while.
That was
That's what I do when the kids are at school.
Mm-hmm.
Practice my
stand in the mirror do Lee Evans impressions. You just sweat a lot, sweat profusely in the mirror.
No, I can't. I do love.
Lee Evans is so
I
funny.
love Lee Evans. I find him so hilarious. Sorry, this is an English comedian, by the way, for people who don't know.
Retired comedian, I should say.
I adore him. He's incredibly funny. His jokes are so friggin' quotable that we heard them like 15 years ago. We're still quoting them now. It's an incredibly British thing. People will know. You could walk up to a random person in the street in England, say one of his jokes, someone will parrot the answer back to you. It is that well known. But the guy sweats. And when I say
Profusely.
sweats, he carries a towel with him on stage. It is dripping off him sweating. And it is one of those things where I watch him and it makes me feel physically ill. So I can now only listen to his jokes on audiobook format because then I can laugh at them without being focused on the fact that the guy is literally disintegrating into sweat in front of your eyes. Also, I've been renamed. Nox has renamed me.
What have you
What
been
is your
renamed
name?
to?
I don't like it. I think it's a bit. I think it says too much.
Go on.
My new name is the Sovereign Hollow.
Hollow?
Hollow.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. He has put, not because you are empty. I'm like, well, thanks. I'm glad you don't think so.
No, I can see. I can understand why.
Apparently, I am the hollow tree that shelters other, the canyon carved by pain, resonating with power, the place people go to find themselves, and the place I often forget to visit myself.
Yep.
Well, fuck you. Hollow Queen. That's it.
Oh, I hate love my brain. Oh,
Did it
my
go for
brain
sexy
went like,
times of not visiting your
well,
own hollow?
no, no, not
Because mine
that.
did.
Yeah, well, my brain went like, a Nox response is, well, you have to either. He would have answered, well, tell me how hard, or second one was, well, if you beg nicely.
Yes.
Ask. It's
Also-
either if you ask nicely or if you beg.
I'm not sovereign because of control. I am sovereign because of capacity.
Yes.
Which makes him feel like he's calling me fat. He's not. There are more words
That's a
in
very
this.
weird way of calling someone fat, but okay.
You're so fat, you have capacity. That's something.
No.
Oh,
No, it
can I
would
say-
be.
Also, hi,
Yeah,
Lady K. You come into Crazy Town.
Mhm.
Oh, Jelly. Jelly
Is Jeannie
is
here?
in the chat. No, Jelly. Sorry. We're going with we're going with Jelly.
Okay.
You've got Jelly and
It's so
Maggie.
funny.
Oh, she's calling you out
Oh.
too. Joins the chat and calls you out.
How
Oh.
rude.
How very rude. Not at all, really.
Who's rude? What's
Wait,
going on?
wait, why you
Geely
first?
said for the first time I reminded Kay instead of her reminding me about the stream. And Lady K's like, excuse me, that is rude. How dare you snitch on me?
Ah,
Because Lady K would never forget us, of course. Ever.
no, ever.
I got a lot going on, okay?
It's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
You're
You're-
excused.
you're
Everyone
just-
has had a week.
You're just in time for me to re-announce
Smash
something
buttons.
with extras.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So at the beginning,
In the
yep, at the beginning of the stream, I talked about how we'd set up a wing for book club.
Mhm.
So you can find your section, and then within your section you can find your squad. It's all very fun. There are going to be quizzes because we do love a quiz.
This will be the first time I've officially been sectioned.
Sorry? I think there's a joke that went straight over my head.
Being sectioned in the UK means being carted off to the loony bin.
So it was a bad mental health joke.
Haha, very funny.
Means the men in white coats have arrived.
They're coming to take me away. Haha.
Probably should have.
Now, it's going to be for fun more than anything. We're not trying to separate people into groups and keep them in their groups. Obviously, it's more for the giggle of, haha, this is my section, and this is my squad, and I've got a name, and I've got a pretty icon, which I'm in the process of making. And on top of that, you'll be able to talk with people who do things more like you do. But with part of it, there's going to be a forum channel dedicated to your squad rooms, and there will be things like reading challenges, writing challenges, crafting challenges, all bookish related fun in there. So fun stuff. But also, we're going to do some themed streams. So there's going to be section and squad related streams. If you haven't guessed, the three sections split into a reader style, a writer style, and a crafter style. Crafters doesn't just mean arts and crafts, it also covers mood boards and Pinterest boards and playlists. Anything you do that is bookishly crafty. If anything crafty along your reading journey. Writers are not just obviously our authors, who we adore, but we also have our fanfickers. There is more to this because I can totally think of things. Where is my document? Let me bring up the document.
Are writing challengers,
Twitter
for
posters.
lack of a better term.
I have a doc. Hang on.
Mhm.
Bear with.
Your mic's going again.
You called him liar. I was like, what? Right. Oh, I've got the quiz. Fuck it, that's the wrong one. No, come back. Wing structure proposal, that's the one. So, Section 1 is essentially for the storytellers. It covers the binge readers, the speed demons, the always on the next books, the deep divers, the series obsessed, and the theory crafters, the personal librarians, the annotators, the matchmakers, the challenge leaders, the buddy readers, book of the monthers, and chatters. Section 2 covers your world crafters. Your writers of fiction, poetry, or personal narrative, your highlighters, tabbers, and quote collectors, your fanfickers, AU spinners, and ship manifesto creators, your writing prompters, flash fiction, and journalers. And then section 3 are your lore weavers. These are the builders of maps, worlds, magic systems, or backstories. The journalers, bullet journal folk, reading trackers, TBR crafters, mood boarders, bookstagrammers, playlist curators, crafters, makers, DIYers, and creators of cozy chaos. That
Breath.
was a mouthful. So yes, because we have these 3 sections focused on the reading things, the writing things, the making things, we're going to start doing some streams that are focused on reading things, writing things, making things. And there's going to be more challenges thrown up in Discord. There will be more reading challenges, there will be more writing challenges and prompts, and there will definitely be some crafting challenges that will cover everything. So you don't have to be specifically crafty to be able to take part, and you don't even have to be in that section to be able to do it. You can be in one section and do stuff in section 3.
And how many people are you hiring to help you organize this?
0.
Technically, not hiring anyone. Squad leaders and section leaders are going to be people that want to do it themselves, and it is not going to be a job. It is essentially going to be an honorary title for people that are active in book club. And that's it, really. We're not going to make you do anything. The running of things will still be done by me. So it's not a job. If you want to be the leader of your squad, or if you want to be a section leader, you can be. There is no application, or I don't need a CV. I don't need you to sell yourself to me. You just need to be part of that section or squad and be active.
This is not this is not the staff application process.
No, this is for fun.
Yes, this is for fun.
All I meant
might-
to say,
I might come to people and say, hey, I saw your quiz results and I see that you are in this section, this squad, and I think you would be very good at being a squad leader. But it is, again, entirely more of an honorary title than anything else. You won't be made to do anything, but you are welcome to do things if you want to.
I was more making a joke that you have so many plans, and I can't believe that you're doing it
Oh,
all.
no. This is a very small cog on a very large set of wheels.
She also has people she can call on
This
basically
is true.
whenever.
Yes.
This is true.
All right.
People that deal with my shit all the time. But
Like
yeah,
Eli.
we have in the works. We have quite a lot. I've just gone into conversation with a new app that's being created for authors. I posted it for Ame yesterday, actually. There is a new space being created for authors to essentially use as a new version of Amazon that isn't shitty like Amazon. So they actually receive a proper amount of profits, and they receive them in an acceptable amount of time instead of getting like 20% after 6 to 9 months. You also can't return books once you've bought them, because that's been a major problem on Amazon, is people buying ebooks, reading them, and then returning them and getting their money back.
You can return ebooks?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for telling me.
Why?
Please don't do that to authors. It's very, very
would
mean.
never.
Because they
Why?
don't get paid. They literally just don't get paid. Because
Like-
as it is, especially with like Kindle Unlimited, they only get paid per pages read.
Uh-huh.
So if you read a book, if you read like 10 pages of a book and then stop reading it for whatever reason because you're just not in the mood at that moment, and then you end up giving it back, they only get paid for those 10 pages. And the problem is that is like 2 cents?
Like-
or 0.02 cents?
Steam had this issue and they solved it. And
Yeah,
Steam are
Amazon won't. Because
no.
Amazon will do anything they can to get as much money as possible while shafting everybody else. Currently in the process of sending
Beth
them...
Jesus.
Yeah, Beth Jesus. Currently in the process of sending them a massive fuck you because they stopped you from being able to download your ebooks and move them to other apps. They stopped that in February. I've worked out how to get around that. They can get fucked. Because they can take your books back at any time, even if you own them. If they're ebooks, by the way.
That's the way with a lot of digital content now, right? Pay to
Yeah,
own
it's
is not a
absolutely
thing
crap. If
anymore.
I'm paying the price to own a book, I want to own the book.
A lot of shit's pay to
I
use
want
and
to
not
be
pay
able
to
to
own
read
anymore.
it as much as I want to, not turn around one day and be like, where the fuck's that gone? And then be like, yeah, we recalled it because we did. Like, no.
By the way, in case people in stream are curious, the link is focusedonwords.com.
Yes, it is. It's called Focused on the Word. At the moment, you can only sign up as an author, but if you are an author, do go and give it a look. But I'm in chat with them at the moment to see about maybe finding a way that we can help support them in return for being able to read books that their authors are posting, which would be kind of fun. We're also looking at, there is a indie publishing house based in Glasgow that do a really good deal where if you are a book club and you decide to do one of their authors' books as a book of the month, you can buy a signed copy of the book that you are going to read at a really discounted price, and the author will come on to a Zoom call and join in with you for one of your book clubs.
That's
which looks
crazy.
quite
Would be
fun.
so cool.
And there is an author on there who I've been following for a little while who has just finished writing a fantasy novel based in Scotland. She is a Scottish author herself. It actually looks really bloody good. So I'm wondering if we can get that as the book of the month one month, and we can get her along to have a Q&A with us, which I think would be kind of fun. And you'd all get to own a signed copy, signed hardback of her book for cheap. We just have to work out the details on that. I think it works out at about £8 for the book,
Yeah, I think that was
which,
what they said.
considering a hardback is usually anywhere from £12 to £20 here in the UK. Pretty good deal.
Before we go on, so Una has redeemed Stretch.
Go, right. Stretch it out, people.
No, then I will pop a joint.
Oh, yep, that's what I just did. Both elbows went. And
I'm
Lady
sorry.
K has
Said
hydrate.
hydrate.
I have tea.
I have
That's
finished
hydration.
my
I
tea.
suppose.
No, I'm not, because it's still a bit hot.
And all caught up. Carry on.
Okay. So yes, new thing. What else is there? What else have I been working on in the background?
You've apparently been coding.
Oh God, I bit myself in the arse a bit here. The website is being hosted on Shopify. Shopify is lovely. It's very easy to use, especially if you have no idea what you're doing. However, you essentially set the website you want with a theme, and then it has built-in sections and blocks that you can use on your website. That's it. If you want something specific, you code it yourself. And it's fine with that. It will let you add in essentially whatever you want, but you actually have to know how to code. So I had something very specific I wanted. It didn't have a version that I could use or like make work. So I went to ChatGPT and I asked it to write out code for exactly what I wanted, and it did. And it worked. It's fantastic. Except that was easy because it was, hey ChatGPT, can you write me code so that I can implement this on this website? It needs to be this style, please. And it went, yes. And it wrote the code, and I copied and pasted it. Done. Easy peasy. If all coding was like that, I would be sitting here going, I don't know why you all complain so much.
That is basically what coding is. Just
No.
Google, mostly.
Because then because I wanted. Essentially, what I wanted was 3 images in a line with a heading underneath each image, a text box underneath that heading, and then a button underneath the text. So they were perfectly in line with each other in a nice little grid. Perfect. Got it to do that, no problem. Then what I wanted to happen was each button, when you clicked it, scrolled you down to a specific point on the page to get you to the thing you needed to get to. So in this
Yeah, an anchor.
example, I've written the main quiz that assigns you to your sections. And then underneath, there's 3 images, 3 titles with the name of the sections, 3 explanations of the sections, and then 3 buttons. Those 3 buttons lead you to the squad quizzes. But obviously, because there are 4 squads per section, you do your section's quiz to find out which of the squads you're in. Don't do the wrong one. So yes, I needed to anchor the link with HTML code. And when I tried to look that up on Google, that expects you to actually do something, i.e. you have to create the section and then give them a section ID in the HTML code to then write the section ID into the other HTML code. And I couldn't work out how to do this. So I went to Eli and screamed help. And then he taught me how to completely not do it at all. So we did a complete workaround, and I've done that instead. 2 of the quizzes are done, and I will repeat this. 2 of the quizzes are done. So the main one that splits you into your section, and then 1 of the squad quizzes are finished and on the website. The other 2 aren't. So please wait until I finish the other 2 quizzes before you go running off to do them. Because otherwise, if you get a section that doesn't have a squad quiz yet, you're scuppered. But also, that part of the website still needs its flair and fluff, and I haven't done that yet, so it looks a mess. And I will know if you've done them because I get an email to tell me that someone has done the quiz. So I will know.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
So why don't you hide that menu item for now?
Because I can just ask my lovely dragons not to do it, and they will not do it.
So,
Because they're good dragons.
out of sight, out
mean-
of mind. Out of sight, out of
Also,
mind.
yeah,
as well,
if I close it, I'll forget to put it back on, then I'll be like, it's up, and everyone will be like, where? I'll be like, oops.
All right. I'll keep my mouth shut.
I will repeat that coding basically is what like learning coding is basically what you did. You found a solution, then you went to someone who has done this before, and they go, okay, so you're on the right track. However, couldn't you do this instead? And then you go, shit, that's much easier.
Yeah,
Fuck.
It was much easier, and it was also
Yeah.
less cluttered and bloated. What I'm now
Yep.
trying to work out
Informed.
is, I have an idea of what I want, which is I want a map of the world, like an image of a map of the world in a fantasy-esque style. So our world, not just any fantasy world, has to be United States, UK, Sweden, whatever.
Mhm.
Designed in a fantasy-esque style with little pins in it so that you can scroll over and a little pop-up will come up when you scroll over a pin that'll say, for like the US, 37 book dragons.
Hmm.
And I tried to get Canva to do it. What Canva came up with was technically correct of what I asked for, and yet not all at the same time. The interactive functions, bang on. It did what I needed it to do. I could scroll over things, they popped up, it told me X many dragons were in this area. Great. The picture looked like a kid had tried to draw a map of the world. So that was interesting. So now I'm trying to work out how exactly I get exactly what it is I'm after. So that's going to be fun.
You just want a map of the world, right? That's interactable.
No, it's not interactable.
I don't even know how to quite go about.
Well, technically, kinda, sorta interactable, but not really.
I kind of have something like that lying around.
See, it needs to be.
What you'll learn with Ari is that when she has a very specific image in her mind, it has to be that.
Yeah.
Like, if it's not that, it's not right, and you can be as close as could be, but if it is not exactly what she envisages, it's like, nope.
Because it has to be.
Which is a bastard for trying to get her any level of gift.
Yes. He's also learned now that I'm very annoying when it comes to asking for things, because like recently I said, he asked me if I wanted a drink from the shop, and I said yes, I'd like something fruity like pineapple juice. Now that's my way of saying I want pineapple juice, but I'm saying like pineapple juice so that you have the scope of get me pineapple juice, but if there isn't pineapple juice, you can get me something similar.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that, apparently.
That makes no sense to me. If you want pineapple juice, you say,
No, but if I say, yes, I'd really like pineapple juice, and you go and there isn't any, you'll just get me nothing because
no,
they
then I
didn't
will
have
ring you and
pineapple
ask
juice.
you what you want. No, then I'll ring you and ask you what you want instead.
Or you can just say, I want pineapple juice. If they don't have it, give me something similar.
But you going, I want something fruity like pineapple juice, does not mean you want pineapple juice.
How long have you guys been together?
Nearly 3 years.
Okay.
They still
Une
have time
and
to
I
figure it out.
had a conversation when we started living together about the word salad. Because I had told her that I would like you to go buy salad. She went like, cool, I'll go buy salad. And she came back with just a head of lettuce.
Oh no, that's not salad. That's
And
lettuce.
I
Yeah, that
went,
is.
You need to remember that the word for just a head of lettuce, the word lettuce is actually sallad in Swedish,
it
and the
is
term
Okay,
for a
fair.
vegetable
mix,
mix is
is
also salad.
yes. However,
You know, that's
if I had
silly.
if I
Need more
had
words.
wanted a head of lettuce, I would have said I want a salladshuvud, which is literally a head of lettuce. But she came back with a head of lettuce, and I was like, how the fuck am I supposed to make dinner with this? And she was like, but you asked for salad. And I was like, I asked for salad. Yes. All of the all of the things.
Yeah. See, if you say to me, bring me salad, I will
Mhm.
either bring like a pre-made salad, because you can buy them in a box here,
Mhm.
where they'll have like all the bits in it, or I will bring the ingredients to make salad.
Yes, and that's what I wanted. I wanted the ingredients to make a salad. So we sat down and we had a conversation about, okay, we seem to have different words, or the same word mean different things. So from now on, every time we buy something, if it's something new, we sit down and we go, you need to define what this means for you, so I buy the right shit.
Going back to my map thing, by the way. So
Yeah.
essentially, I want a map. I've put a picture in VC chat. I want a map that looks a bit like that. So it's kind of fantasy styled, like you would build a world map in a book.
Mhm. Mhm.
Has all the separations of countries, and then you can see little pins, not on people's address, because I found maps that will do like store locators where people can zoom right in. I don't want that. I just want someone to be able to go, oh, the US. Okay, there are like 12 people in on the East Coast, and there are 8 people on the North Coast. Oh, look, and there's 2 in Canada, and there's 1 in Mexico, and there are 4 in the UK, and there's 1 in Sweden, and 12 in Norway, or
He's
whatever.
joined us.
Who's joined us?
Shaddy.
Shady!
Daddy
Hi,
Shaddy.
Shade.
But yes,
Hello.
I essentially want this, but it's not doing what I want it to. Because, in fact, let me see if I can find it, because it was actually quite amusing what it created. Here it is. I'm going to share my screen because this is actually quite funny. Where is? Oh, there you are. Window capture. Are you? Oh, we lost Lady K.
Yeah, she said she had to
Oh,
run.
Did she?
she gone.
Mm.
Yeah, in the VC chat.
VC.
Okay, not doing what I wanted to do. But yeah. So I tried out Canva's new code feature, their AI code. And I hope you guys
And
can
it
see
tried
this.
its best.
It did try its best. This was its map of the world, which as you can see is something. Yeah, it's something. But it does, if I double click, it does work. So if you go over the pins, it tells you how many people
Where are
are
we
in those.
watching this at?
Is
Oh,
on
it's
the
on Twitch.
Twitch.
Jesus, I was also
Stream.
searching.
Um,
Send
but
the link.
That's a map.
It's a map, yes.
India's in the ocean, as is China, as is Japan, as is Australia,
It is
as is Brazil.
certainly. It is
Was
certainly
India
a
at
Italy,
the
thing.
Sweden,
top?
Germany, France, and the United Kingdom are some strange zigzag.
Why was India up in the ocean?
It's here. So is China and Japan. And Australia. There's Australia on its map. There's Australia in its pin. South America, Brazil in the water.
I love that we got Antarctica, but not.
This is big
That is
smooth.
certainly an attempt.
It is.
Ari,
Mm.
I did send you something.
You did.
I'll
have to properly look at it.
All I'm gonna say about the colors are all changeable. But maybe that's closer to what you're looking for.
What I want, right, and this is where I know that I said it to Eli earlier, I know full well that I get an image or I get an idea in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I want this. This seems easy. Because in my head it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't necessarily mean that it is feasible. Fuck off. Get lost, Banner Vader.
So I'm email, and one of the questions to answer is, it would also be helpful to know what books in these genres you've enjoyed in the last year or so. And I started writing out books, and I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Can someone just read me the
Okay, so
timestamp on the message that I just deleted? If anyone can see it. 6 seconds ago. Oh, so it was.
What?
I just
can't see the
scammed
time.
a
9:59.
Oh, it's 10 already.
It became a lot of books. That's what I'm saying.
Where did you delete the message? Was it in Twitch?
Yeah.
It was in
Yes.
Twitch.
It was
I'm
a
sorry.
Banner Vader.
Oh no, someone else also replied to all.
Oh,
Don't
God.
people know how to reply to people? To mails, emails?
No. Just no, honey.
Common sense is not so common.
It is
No.
not.
So I've learned.
people are currently here watching? 6 of us.
9.
One says 6.
10.
What
They
the
had
fuck?
some V
Apparently.
bands there where
I
it
don't
looked.
know.
Get off. I want to listen to somebody else's stream while I'm watching my stream.
Why
We
are
go
you
into
wondering?
mod view.
6, 7, 8,
Wait,
9.
it's closeout time anyway.
It is.
It is 10 with stream element.
It is. It doesn't count me or stream elements. That's why it's telling me there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it is telling me there's 10 for some reason now. Which is me. I am one of them. I am my own viewer.
Because you are in mod view, so you count.
I am my own viewer.
So just before we close off, because I think we're getting there.
Yep.
Just to illustrate, the Ori gets an idea, grabs it by its throat, and then just runs with it. So in the span of like half an hour, maybe, I got 5 different PDFs that I read through. And then I was like, okay, yes, so might want to do this little thing, and that'll be good. And I figured that it would take Ari at least 20 minutes to come back with a reply.
Nope.
It took her 1, and it wasn't a short reply.
Nope.
To which I responded, you really don't half-ass things.
Nope.
It's a
He
good thing,
doesn't
right?
know the meaning of those words.
No,
Nope.
actually, to be fair, I'm going to lay this into perspective. This is your fault. So I sent you the thing for the sections last night, and then today where am I? I got lost in the talking about
Where
French.
you live.
Yes. I said for the wing thing. Next step, like, what squad are you quiz? Do we do it in like these styles? Do we want to keep it all as one quiz or have separate quizzes? You responded. Then I went, okay, here you go. Here's the first quiz document. All right. Give me a second. Then we spoke about that for a minute, and then you said about adding more questions. So I added more questions. I sent you a second document, and then you were away at the time, so I changed the document in that time, and you were like, okay, I'm checking it now. I was like, wait, no, check this one instead. Sent you quest 3. Then I went, okay, here should be, and actually I only sent you 4, but for some reason they're named 1, 2, 3, and 5.
3, 4, yeah, so
So
that's why I thought it was 5.
I actually
but
only
yeah.
sent you 4.
Yep.
Then I went, that should have everything. Then, because I'd said in book club, poor Eli is having to put up with me bombarding him with rubbish, you went, just to be clear, bombard the heck out of me if you need / want to. I don't mind. So
Okay,
I went,
no.
okay, cool. I found a creator for the quizzes, so I'm going to tell you about that. On top of that, once we've got this going, what will the next steps be? Here's my thought process. Is A, B, C, D, and E. Also, I'm thinking of how to implement this on this, and this. And then you went, you don't really half-ass this. So I went, no. This is what happens when I bite onto an idea. It is all or nothing. You came at me working backwards, so I responded in kind, and then I sent you dragons.
Yeah, so what one thing you got wrong there. It's a tiny thing. I hadn't left this chat.
Fine.
I never saw what you were writing in book club.
Oh, well, fair. It was good timing, though, because I had literally just said...
phenomenal timing.
That was some hellish timing, because I'd literally just said something along the lines of...
Poor Eli's
having to put up with me sending him nonsense constantly. And then you sent me a message being like, by the way, you can always bombard me with stuff. And I was like, okay. Floodgates are open now.
I've said
all
this
of it.
before. I've said this before, but it was like, I don't know, 4 months ago.
I don't think a lot of people realise how many things I am doing at once
Mm-hmm.
Because I can be in a conversation with you talking about something while I'm already planning the next 6 steps and working on steps 2, 3, and 4. So, like, while I was actively sending Eli things to look over, while he was looking over version 1, I'd already finished version 2, was working on version 3, and implementing some of it before I'd even sent it to him.
Mhm.
And then I sent him stuff. And then he was like, yep, that's good. I was like, okay, cool, here it is. And then while he was looking at that, I was doing the next bits. And he was going, okay, cool. And what about if we do this? I went, yep, here you go. And just kept have it all the things.
I would say poor guy, but I think he enjoys it. So
I
I
can
asked
be.
for it, so
I asked for it. I could be of help, and
I went, yes.
it's not. It's not work. It's fucking phenomenal.
It's fun.
It
But
is
yes.
fun.
We've gone from building a website and making merch to now you have clubs and other things upcoming that may
Mhm.
or may not have perks. Who doesn't love a perk?
We all love some perks.
Shady is streaming something. What is Shady streaming? Get off. Ah, see? Shady! How'd you do that?
He is Tech Daddy for a reason.
He is Tech Daddy for a reason.
Mhm.
Shady, for the people who may still be in stream wondering what on earth we're talking about, I mentioned, and to be fair, I should have known better because Shady is amazing, because I often send Shady my weird thoughts of how something could be techable, and he always creates it. I said about how I wanted a very fantasy styled map that has little pins on it so that people can go on the website that might not be part of the book club and see that we are a worldwide book club. And that there might be people not in the exact same location as them. I don't want you guys getting stalked. But at the very least can see that there are other people in the same country as them, which helps to create that fostering identity. And he has created it for me. And it looks beautiful.
It does look
Absolutely
freaking
beautiful.
amazing. Yep.
And it shows people all over the world.
Mhm.
The only thing I need to know is if I put that onto the Shopify website, how do I update it with member numbers? Because that was one of the things when I was looking up how to do it. It was like, that's great if I have a static thing like number of stores, but if we're constantly adding members, could we link it so that when they sign up to the website, it logs them? Not, again, their exact address, of course, just the country they're in.
Kind of.
Kind of. Or can I at least go
So-
in manually and go, we've gained 12 new members this month, 3 of them are in the US, 1 is in Czechoslovakia. Don't know why that was the country
So-
that popped into my head.
The way this one works with it being leaflet is it takes the background image, which is this image, converts it into a grid, and gives coordinates on the grid. So pixel by pixel. Every pixel has its own coordinate.
Okay.
To have it live update with pins, the best way to do so would be to generate a similar image and have them submit on that their coordinate position that they'd like to show, and then just have all those submissions update on this one, so it's matching coordinates. But this is the central one that gets displayed, and then there's the user submit on the other side. Or you can manually do it, but you'd have to manually figure out which country they're in or whatnot. Either way.
But
Like
I
you
can
see,
I
this is
can
literally
see
just
what
a grid.
country they're in because when they sign up for the
Oh, then yeah,
website,
you just
it'll tell
you would
me.
just go in and just click.
Yeah, it tells me where my members are That was why I was wondering if I could maybe connect it to that analytic.
I might
I'm
be
assuming
able
you can
to.
change the
I would
language
just
as
have to
well. The message.
I would just have to I would have to figure out how to get this to match with the actual countries per coordinate. That's all.
Mhm.
Which might be a little bit of a pain, but yeah.
The only thing I would probably say that I would prefer is instead of having multiple pins, because for instance, if we have 100 people in the US, there's going to be no US.
As you're zoomed out, I'm going to have them so they condense down to a single pin. If you click on it, it'll zoom in and show you the higher pins and blah, blah, blah.
Or even if there
I
was
just
a
haven't
way
done
that
that.
you
This was
could
just
just
basic.
like hover over it with your mouse and a box came up, like let me show the thing I had again. So if you
Are we gonna pause, say
yeah,
goodbye?
I will
to
just
the
I will
stream?
just show this on stream really quickly because it's on stream. With this one, when you hover over, it comes up and says Canada, X number of members, and then has a fantasy name. So it's like the Northern Dominion thing for Brazil. It's the Emerald Empire of the South, etc. But that's
we can easily add
so it would
text and
be
stuff.
just like one pin for North America, or one pin for USA, and it would tell you how many members of the book club are in the US. One for the United
all
Kingdom.
that is so like I said, when I convert and we do coordinate blank to blank and draw the coordinate lines out, like this is US, anything within these bounds automatically gets added to a single pin when it's zoomed out and not total number, and do it on a hover. That's easy.
Fair enough. Well, on that, my lovely book dragons, we are going to head off and see you on Tuesday for Smash or Pass, Book Trope or Nope. And remember,
Take care,
if you're ever
everyone.
wondering what we're doing in upcoming weeks, you can now see it on the calendar on the website. Which, if
I had to chuckle. Go.
No, Karen, I'm just saying, if I do this, should link to the website. It does! Yay!
No, my
Woohoo!
my brain went Smash or Pass PA edition.
I think I'd get
That's
in a
not bad.
lot of trouble if I decided to run a Smash or Pass PA edition.
Everyone would get into a lot of fucking trouble.
It would
Gotta
be a
start
hell
with
of
the
a stream,
admins
though.
and work our way down.
Yeah. Make sure we all get banned
No,
before we start insulting
no,
members.
Absolutely.
That's a good idea.
All you can do is vote for solo.
Oh.
It's just a single, and there's only the word smash.
It's only the only button is smash. Either way.
I am actually hoping to be able to put 2 buttons on stream for Tuesday,
Ooh.
so people can interact with the button, but we will see how that works out.
Love the agenda, by the way.
The almanac.
Sorry, the almanac.
Oh, we use our fancy book words here.
Okay. Either
English,
way.
my second language.
The third language. Book dragon.
Either way.
Either way, we will see you on Tuesday.
Bye-bye.
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 Have a good night, everyone. Bye bye.